U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered what he calls a total and complete blockade of sanctioned oil vessels heading in and out of Venezuela. President Trump warned the U.S. a naval armada already deployed in the Caribbean, including the world's largest aircraft carrier, will continue to grow until Venezuela returns what he claims were oil, land, and other assets stolen from the United States. Trump accused what he called the illegitimate Maduro government of using oil revenues to finance drug trafficking, human trafficking, murder, as well as kidnapping. Maduro rejected U.S. allegations of drug trafficking as fake news and said that oil workers should organize an international protest to defend free trade for Venezuelan oil.
We tell the people of the United States our truth, and it is very clear. Imperialism and the Nazi-fascist right wing want to colonize Venezuela to take our wealth, oil, gas, gold, iron, aluminum, and other minerals. We have sworn to defend our homeland, and in Venezuela peace will always prevail, along with stability and shared happiness for our people.
On Tuesday, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration issued a renewed warning urging civilian aircraft to exercise caution in Venezuelan airspace, citing worsening security conditions and heightened military activity. The alert follows a reported near collision between a JetBlue aircraft and a U.S. Air Force refueling plane near Venezuela, an incident the airline says was reported to U.S. authorities. The warnings have disrupted air travel across the region, with several airlines avoiding Venezuelan airspace altogether. Venezuela has complained to the UN Security Council over what it calls the illegal seizure of its oil tankers by U.S. forces in the Caribbean and has demanded the release of crew members aboard the seized vessel. UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk urged Venezuela to immediately release all those people detained for their activities in civic space.
I urge the unconditional release of all those arbitrarily detained for their activities in civic space, including Rocio San Miguel, Javier Tarazona, Carlos Julio Rojas, Eduardo Toros, and Kennedy Tejeda, their families, and 4 teenagers who remain in custody after the 2024 elections.
Former Mexican President Ernesto Zedillo said Venezuela's political crisis must be resolved internally, rejecting any foreign military intervention. Former Colombian President and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Juan Manuel Santos echoed that view, warning that a military invasion would unleash uncontrollable violence. Chilean President-elect Jose Antonio Cast said that he supports ending the dictatorship of the Venezuelan president.
I support any situation that ends a dictatorship, a narco-dictatorship. We clearly cannot intervene in that because we are a small country, but we are victims of the terror that comes from having a dictatorship.
Back in the U.S., lawmakers were briefed on the military buildup and deadly boat strikes near Venezuela, with Republican leaders calling these actions necessary to protect U.S. interests. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said there are no plans as of now to release the unedited video of the September 2nd strike on a suspected drug trafficking boat in the Caribbean.